Hey there, I'm Aki and welcome back to Subnautica Below Zero. Now, just before we start, if my voice sounds a little weird, I am quite sick right now, but the news are just too great to not show you guys. But before we get to the good part, sadly I have to announce that Tung Schubert, Subnautica's lead story designer and also the one who wrote the story for Below Zero so far, has quit the team. He enjoys working with indie studios and never intended to move on to bigger ones, and since Unknown Worlds Entertainment keeps getting bigger and bigger, he decided to move on. He announced this on Twitter. Go and give him some love. I'm sure many people will want him. He's an amazing writer. Now next up, there's a new option in the game. You know, the color grading option where you can choose between off, neutral and filmic. Well, the filmic one has been adjusted. It used to be a lot darker and you'd have to use your flashlight pretty much anywhere below a certain depth. But that's no longer the case. You can easily see. I kind of like the fact that you had to use your flashlight to see if you went too deep. But yeah, this is the new filmic filter and this is what it looks like. So this is the direct comparison between the new filmic filter and no filter at all. Now, apparently there's also a new sunset in the game, which kind of makes it look like everything's on Mars. I tried to get this to work, but as you can see for me, the sky is still completely broken. So it doesn't really work. Like, there's no sun there, so it won't show the new sunset either. Now, because you guys have kept telling me to spawn in the Crypt Asukas, I'm just going to do that right now. It still doesn't have any models or sounds, but there you go. It currently uses a scaled down version of the Chelly, and to be honest, this is more like what I would have wanted the Chelly to look like. But yes, there you go, the Crypt Asukas. It's supposed to have the animations for it already, so you can see the slight jiggling, but I think that's about it. It doesn't seem to be interested in me either, so there you go. There's also no databank entry yet. Now, you remember this crashed ship over here? Crashed ship 1? Well, apparently it's now been duplicated. I think they're just trying to move it and forgot to delete this one, or just haven't gotten around to it yet, but the new one is over here near the glacial connection, so there's the new kelp forest thingy. Over here is the giant rocket island, and right here is the new crashed ship. Now this one is just exactly the same ship. There are no differences so far. Maybe they will make some changes, but then again, I think they'll just delete the first one since they intended to move it. But well, you know, you can't currently explore a lot because of the terrain. I think that'll get changed as well. Now, the third crashed ship is now back in the game, and this time I actually found the right one. As you can see, it looks a little different from the first one, only 2 engines and more like a box. So let's see what we have inside. So you get in from this side, there's a hole in here. And yeah, looks like the first crashed ship. And this is where you get a Sea Truck Afterburner upgrade, apparently. There's some old consoles. And a sealed door. Alright, let's check out what this is. So in here is where you can get the shipwreck salvage, which you will need to repair the radio antenna over at the island. So this is really interesting. That's how you're going to get the salvage. Now, on the Faro page, there's also a new image, or 2 new images, about things we will do later on in the game. This is not yet implemented, but I still think I should show you because it's really cool. So here you can see an incoming call from our sister. Now, I don't know what's up with her neck. It kind of looks a little weird, but well, I guess we'll see once we actually see it in game. And if we accept that, then we can talk to her. There's also a little pop-up if you're not in your PDA, as you can see on this image, and it just asks you if you want to accept the call or not. I think this is really cool and could lead to a very interesting situation. And now what probably all of you have been waiting for. The Hive Minds. So, you remember Margaret Mader's base, right? Well, she has some visitors. These are the Hive Minds. Now, they currently don't do anything, they just look really creepy and I don't like them. But yeah, you can't interact with them, you can't hurt them or anything. They're basically just like terrain at the moment. But I feel like if we get too close to them, they might eventually just swarm at us, which could get really, really creepy. So yeah, these are the Hive Minds. What do you think they will do and how will they act? Of course they have a Hive Mind. I mean, that would make sense if you look at the name, but what do you think their abilities will be? Will they just attack like a crab's would, or will they have some special ability like telekinesis or something? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm excited to hear your theories. But as far as I know, that's been everything that's new so far. If I missed anything, make sure to let me know down in the comments below, and you might get featured in the next episode. Talking about getting featured, The Unknowns has been helping me a ton again, so special thanks to him. I'm also currently hosting a art competition for Halloween on my server, and the 3 people who get the most votes will get a gift card or some games from me. So make sure to check that out and participate via the link in the description below. But yeah, that's it already. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like. If you really liked it, then subscribe for news right when they come out. And as always, I'll see you next time. Goodbye!